Yo, appreciate your time and just know that I'm SK Crypto K, and today you should join my crypto club. Maybe by the end earn some dividends. So in advance, I'ma thank you right now for that sub. Hey, yo, let's go.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is SK Crypto K, and today we have a special guest that I will bring up in just a second. But keep in mind, folks, we are just some dudes that love crypto on the internet. Everything that we talk about today is not financial advice. These are for informational and entertainment purposes only. But right now, without further ado, I'm going to bring up my friend, Mr. Zach Minter. What up? What up?
What's going on, SK? Thanks for having me, man. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right, but even better than that. What's going on, brother?
Oh, we're way better than that, bro. The Price is Right over here.
Hey, man.
I got my number chosen. I'm coming down to the front. Get to be on stage with the star, man. I really appreciate you having me, man. This is awesome.
No, this is cool, man. I know we've been in DMs for quite some time, and you know, I've always envisioned one day doing collabs with people, and then man, now's the time. And what better time than right now, just because of all the craziness, the hype that's been going on, not only with futures version 10, and we can talk about turbines, but man, Trunk token. Man, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I mean, I watch all of your content anyway. I'm pretty sure I know where you stand on things, but it's always good to get that live, fresh perspective and to be able to bounce ideas off of a fellow herd member, man. So yeah, right, I'm happy to have you here. Yes.
That's right, man. As you know, you and I have both been in the trenches for quite some time now, right? Trying to make this educational content, trying to show people the different avenues of crypto and DeFi. And one of those most recurring themes and protocols that we can't keep out of our mouths is elephant money. There's always something going on. It's always some new development, some new exciting, time, which right now, like you mentioned, is an awesome time right now. The protocol is just crushing it. It's crazy right now while the rest of the market, is focused on memes, or, some people are still bag holding projects that don't really have a clear path of recovery or a strong tokenomic or utility case, right? We just see elephant money just flying on all cylinders right now with 4 or 5 different avenues of people getting paid every single day. So it's exciting times right now, man.
Yeah, it really is, man. It really is. And so, man, so many things that we can cover. We're going to try to keep this stream to about 1 hour. If we can, if we go over a little bit, that's fine too. But yeah, I mean, just even with Elephant, the ecosystem as a whole is over 3 years old as of this past March. And then specifically the Elephant token as of May 4th has crossed the 3 years. And I think Trunk came out probably 3 or 4 months after the Elephant token did. So, we're approaching that long-standing token too. So, man, we're going to cover all sorts of bases today. But before we do, I'm going to take a quick look in the chat. If you guys are here, feel free to say what's up in the chat. Say hi to Zach.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah. And hit that like button. Also, if you are not following Zach Minter's YouTube channel, he recently crossed 1,000 subscribers. So big congrats, man. Oh, dude. Yeah. So guys, go show love. Please go follow his channel. He's actually streaming this on his channel as well. So make sure you just pop over there too. Leave a little tab up and alert for the viewership. Hit that like button as well. But yeah, we've got a couple people here. We've got MA saying Elephant token is the healthiest it's been. Smart money accumulates at these prices. Anthony Black saying, what up, herd? Trunk is on that crack, smoking up the hood and running wild. It's awesome to see, baby. Sexy new power token hitting them crypto streets, son.
I love it, man. I love it.
No, that's awesome.
Riders in the herd. I know people got some awesome takes, and I love the community just having so many different facets too. That's something I want to touch on too tonight as we continue our discussion, is just how vibrant the community is and how it's such an important part of, the growth of Elephant Money and any sort of project you're involved with. It's all about what is the culture of the community, right? And, it's such an exciting time to be part of something that's a very mature community when you compare it to many other projects. So, but yeah, that's what's up. What's up, Mr. Anthony Black? Glad you're here, man.
Yeah, we got Anthony Black. We've got Aaron
What's
L.
up,
that said,
Aaron?
hey guys. Anthony Black again with the What Up SK and Zach Wagme or Wagme. You know,
Yo.
we all gonna make it. Is the truth if you're riding the M Eco train. We've got Amelia here as well. Hi, SK and Zach. Just all working and lurking here.
Hey.
That's dope. Awesome, awesome. MA says hello from Santa Monica. Dope, dope. Oh, we got Frutabega with the
You damn right.
what
Oh,
up,
I
what
love it.
up?
I love it. I need me one of them voice changers. Maybe with one of my futures, I can get some sick new camera equipment, get some DSLR action up in here for the herd.
Oh yeah, dude, you're only at the beginning stages of everything. It's gonna be wild 5 years from today when we're still talking about Elephant Muddy and like just the growth of your channel, my channel, the sound effects and things you're gonna be doing and editing clips. It's gonna be so cool.
We're gonna have some green screens flying around, have Superman, have the Avengers live action going on.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So Frutabega, what's up?
Frutabega, what's up? We're almost through. We're almost through the chat here. I was curious to know why the treasury has dropped below 180 trillion in a very short time. Amelia, we will answer that as well. Anthony Black with the Zach, the money mentor. You the truth, bro.
Yo, appreciate it. Yo, I you know, that's not, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's dawned on me. I was like, man, my last name is Mentor to make money. I was like, I was born for this. We got to make this happen.
Dude, you wear that thought crossed my mind too, man. I'm like, that's one of the coolest last names of all time, bro. Like, not even gonna lie. Oh man.
We gotta make the Mentor protocol, and we're gonna mint some millionaires. I guess that's elephant money, man. If I knew another one, or if I knew how I can make the recipe, I would do it. But man, there's some incredible work at play and incredible feedback control systems happening at Elephant Money. It's like I can't compete, so I'm gonna point the way with that I know, and that's what I know for right now.
No, for sure, for sure. And then the last comment we have here is from Q Tranquil SK. What's up, bro? Welcome to the channel. Go subscribe to my friend Zach Mentor.
Yo,
here.
what's up, Q? Big Q. Love the image. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. It's gonna be dope. Justin Kelly, welcome to the channel. I know you. That man trolls me all the time, but welcome. You could listen. I'd love to meet you at the thing. But what were we gonna say? Oh yeah, and just also shout out to all the other community members out there. We've got people that are creating content, like our good friend CC Crypto Man.
Oh, shout out to CC. What's up, big man?
Yeah, big CC. I don't see him in the chat yet, but I'm sure he will catch this replay and he might even like this little homage that we're gonna do. This is courtesy. This is actually Zach's idea here, but this was dope. I really did enjoy this short that CC made recently. I'm gonna make sure the sound levels are good. But yeah, okay. Y'all tell me if y'all can't hear this.
You didn't see this. Check it out.
Check it out.
Token now listed on CoinMarketCap, on the Solana chain and BNB chain. Things are taking off for it. And words that SK Crypto K kept saying last year are just echoing through my mind.
Buying some cheap trunk and loading your bags as heavy as you can. Buy the cheap trunk on. It goes without saying that you know deep down that trunk will go back.
Take advantage of this cheap trunk at the moment.
And now, spring 2024.
Trunk has been on an amazing run since the beginning of April, from a low of 4.5 cents to almost now an 8x, almost a 10x in the next coming. That's old news. Even sooner Old than that.
news. Yeah.
Trunk is now approaching
news.
roughly 40 cents. And as we can see from the price history, after it breaks out of this zone, there's nothing but sky highs all the way back to $1, and from there, much, much higher.
Trunk.
Oh man, incredible. Shout out CC.
Shout out, man. He did a little digging, wasn't too hard, found the receipts. Man, SK's been banging on the drum, ringing the bell. And, it's such an exciting time to see all of the hard work of the herd, come to fruition. And, it's like, it's the best comeback story, of all time in crypto. There's, I know we're in the trenches right now. I'm not trying to celebrate early or nothing. But man, it's incredible feat that's going on right now. I love to see it.
Yeah, it absolutely is, man. And I just, man, I'm so happy, and it just warms my heart that like he paid the homage the way that he did. But you know, it just goes. I was thinking about it too, man. But you know what's wild is even when I was saying all those things across videos and AMAs, like just how Elephant Money has pivoted, has adapted, has changed, even from that time I was saying those things. And you know, I was curious your thoughts on this. And did you ever see this occurring? But at that time, that was when Elephant Token was skyrocketing, right? And Bertha was growing. And you know, for the longest time, the narrative was always, oh well, Elephant is gonna blaze that trail. It's gonna just rock it up, and then Bertha's gonna get so big, she's gonna be buying the heck out of Trunk, and then you know, blazing that trail for Trunk to follow in the footsteps, and then Trunk will moon, and you best believe it's gonna go back to $1, yada yada. But man, you know, it's the narrative is turned on its head in a way, and you know, for good reason. You know, we followed all the moves that BT's been talking about, and I'm curious your thoughts on it too. But right now, with the turbines and everything, it looks and sounds like the tip of the spear is actually Trunk Token now, because of, you know, it's feeless, it's on Solana, all these things, and now with the turbines, it's gonna be spear or what am I trying? Blazing the trail for Elephant Token. Like, so what are some of your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man, you're right on what my thoughts are as well, right? I've always sought such a strong quality of Elephants was its anti-fragile capability. While all these other protocols are more fragile, they have these weak points, they have these faults, they don't have the sustainability aspects. When times got hard in the bear market, right, many of these projects just simply fractured, right? You can't, there's no magic here. This is all community run. This is all the members working together in decentralized finance to build a protocol that works and lasts. And I've always had that image of kind of like a transformer, right, where each of these upgrades and each of these additions, whether it be an offensive weapon or a defensive mechanism or a, you know, something to increase the health bar of the protocol, there's always been BT at the helm, you know, designing these tools and mechanisms such that this protocol becomes more and more anti-fragile. And so kind of like you're mentioning with this new release with Futures V10 and the new edition of these turbines, which, by the way, this is all original code, not found in any other DeFi protocol. You know, we can take a jump back in time not too long ago with the whole DeFi 2.0 and claims of treasuries truly supporting ecosystem tokens, and there was no such code, no such thing. Now we have, you know, multiple turbines, not just a Trunk turbine, but this Bitcoin turbine as well, which this protocol is gathering, you know, nonstop. This is the new transformer tool, the new offensive weapon, in which now it's soaking up so much value from different, you know, futures deposits. And the key is, like I'm mentioning, it's so fascinating to me to see, right, with crypto, the whole AI narrative, the idea that, you know, the future of money is throughout these different blockchains using cryptocurrencies. We are building a robot, a store of value capture, a money printer. We have futures, we have sustainable passive income. We constantly are seeing upgrades on this crypto protocol, and it's always been, like I said, to, you know, take it to the next level. So to go back to what your original question was, you know, Trunk now being this trunk of the spear, right? How do you lead a trunk? How do you lead an elephant by the trunk? I think we're re-seeing a repeat of history. You know, they often say, you know, it doesn't, you know, history rhymes, the charts rhyme, they don't repeat. And much like when the original Stampede was released and we saw a lot of adoption of Trunk, a lot of hype around Trunk, and that also led to a lot of Elephant success and first parabolic run. I kind of think that's what's happening now. We're seeing the narrative of Trunk now that once again it was like upgraded. It's kind of like RoboCop, right? Gets beat up, gets blown up, but goes back to the lab, gets the upgrades. Now we're seeing Trunk as a meme coin and having a lot of success on Solana, right? So really, I think it's going to be a rhyme of history where its continued success will bring new protocol users to futures, new people to Elephant, new people to NFTs, new people to the SVNN token. And that's the key is you always want to have strong tokenomics, a strong utility, and that's what we're just seeing in each of these updates. But that's my little rant there. But what's your thoughts on maybe that transformer take and how each of these additions is like a new weapon in the arena of crypto? It's a battleground. It's you can't sit still. You have to fight for market share. And all of these new and released upgrades, I think continue to just impress the market.
Yeah, no, it's a good analogy there, man, and it's really interesting how it's evolved, and even with the narrative turning the way that it is, I don't think anyone saw this happening, last August, September, whenever we were on the AMA tours, like no one knew.
6
like,
months
hey,
in crypto is a crypternity, right? It's a whole new
is.
take on the market, a whole new set of
Dude.
priorities.
It's like dog years, man. Like
Yeah.
to be over 3 years old, here is like a 20-year-old protocol, basically. That money is.
Ages investors the same as well. Now
It really does.
We always joke, in crypto, it's 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 worldwide.
Yeah.
And so there's always something and some sort of, both growth and destruction and pivot and new release. And so it is fascinating. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fascinating to me, man. And never in a million years did anyone think that Trunk was going to become a fixed supply token, which now it is. Let alone deflationary. In a double whammy fashion, right? Bertha already burns in whatever Trunk she buys, but then also this whole futures turbine it's essentially another burn mechanism on top of Bertha. And it's just crazy now,
because right, that those weren't even features, maybe a year ago. I'm curious, whenever the Bertha buy and half mint, half burn was released, but we're talking less than 500 days at max. And people forget, people want to get rich yesterday. I get it. Time is money, and we all, we want to use our energy and time on this earth effectively, and that's why we're using tools like Elephant Money to increase our financial ability to once again regain our energy and time. And so people forget, I know it's been 300 days, but when these systems are built to last for 2, 5, 10, 20 years, 50 years, I mean, there's literally no other sort of financial product or service with this sort of value proposition. And it's just fascinating to be part of it and share these kind of metrics and just the progress.
No. For sure. Not only the progress, but I almost feel like we're at the finish line too. And this is going to segue into one of the questions that are in the comments right now. But quick shout out to Crypto Mobile. Thank you for watching. He says, "What's up, Herd? We are all killing it. Each one teach one." Thank you. And we've got Nathaniel Richards. Hey guys, tuning in during my drive home. Shout out, Nathaniel.
What's going on? You're gonna be fist pumping the air, 2 hands on the wheel. All right, buddy.
Yeah. We got to get some music going in the background so we could jam out too. But yeah, segueing into all this stuff too, BT's been talking for the longest about, wanting to just not be that squishy target, to go ahead and just get things buttoned up, wrapped up, final form, renounced, and let Savannah House take care of everything else. Right. But then, Justin Kelly actually has a really good question right here. So the biggest issue that he sees, right, with everything is if something were to happen to BT, it seems that this project is dead, since he's always changing things to kind of keep it going forward as he pivots and adapts, right?
Great question.
It's a great question. What's your take on it?
As well.
Yeah, what's your take on that?
Yeah, there's a quote that BT has mentioned multiple times, which is, right, Elephant Money is always in a completed state. It's always just a question of how completed is the next, if there needs to be an update or not. So it's always in a finished state, which means all of the products and services are up and running. Like I mentioned, it's not like the stock market in the US or other traditional markets that are open and closed. This code is always being run on chain 24/7 worldwide. So like he's mentioning the key man risk of having a developer, right? You don't want them to be working on something important to the ecosystem and then something happens, right? So I think like we talked about, we were just bringing up the Savannah House, and it's the continuation of Elephant Money's evolution in towards a um, a broader, governance strategy where there is continuity, there is people familiar with potentially the code base, etc. And it's kind of what you were alluding to, this almost finished state in which we find ourselves, where this protocol can, run on chain and continue to grow with adoption. So to answer, if that answers the question a little bit, Justin, I think it's always up and running in a complete state. However, the addition of Savannah House and the intention for leadership to help with continuity, I think that's would give you some solace in knowing that, hey, this won't just disappear overnight. There's a lot of sustainability parts of it anyways, even if there is no one at the helm. But at the same time, there's never like a missing, oh, this is unavailable right now. Very rarely, oh, this web page is down, we're going to refresh the contract link or something. But besides that, it's negligible, I think, for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything that you said. I think my take on it too would be because it is like everything's coded at Elephant Money. Like I think there's 60 plus contracts running, and if BT were to get hit by a bus right now, everything would run. Like even when you look at futures, you've got the sweep buttons, you've got the contract calls for the Elephant token graveyard rebalance. Like everything, it can self-sustain on the blockchain. It's going to be there forever, right? I think the only key man risk that people might have any hesitation about is with BT having control of Bertha, which we've seen recently. And then that goes back to Amelia's question earlier, which we'll talk about. But 95% of everything is already renounced. Like if you look at the Elephant token itself with the graveyard, the lock liquidity, everything that's already buttoned up. It's been since day one. Trunk recently went through the full renouncement. Now that the Stampede old accounts have been force migrated into Trumpet, now we have the finalized fixed supply number of Trunk, and now those keys have officially been renounced. So that's gone. I think the only thing he has access to really is Bertha, and then if there was a future iteration of futures, if there was. But I mean, with everything how V10 is running and how people love it, and the way that it's divvying up the cash flow, like all the incoming flow, 50% buys Elephant token, the other 10% rainy day fund, BNB reserve, Trunk Turbine, Bitcoin Turbine. It's primed for the future now. And I think with the last move that was voted on Savannah House, with the liquidity being removed from Bertha, in order for the chess move to deepen the
Let's jump into
of,
that to answer is Amelia's question, I believe.
Yes. And Justin, thank you for the great question, brother. Let me go back up and find Amelia's question. Where was it? Right there. All right, go ahead. It's on screen. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so Amelia, just to let you know what's going on. So recently, with Savannah House, this is the new governance token. Do you mind, SK, if you click in the little sandwich menu bar,
Yes.
or click wherever here on the front page? Actually, there's that button he just pressed. Right, this tells you a little bit about what Savannah House is, which is the new governance token for the protocol. And what you can do is purchase this token. And right here, there's that little link to, I believe it's called, what's the name of the website?
DAO, Stake and Vote, and it's Realms.
So it looks like this. So this is for everyone else who's curious, who maybe haven't taken a look into Savannah House yet. But what you do after you buy the Savannah House token, you come here, and what you can do is you essentially stake you deposit your Savannah House token on the platform. And then what you can do is then vote on these different proposals. So this previous last two proposals, right? So they write out, supply an additional $500,000 and lock liquidity from Bertha to the Trunk WBNB pool. Okay. And so then people vote for or against. So if you kind of see those different wallet profiles, you'll see, right, voted yes, up or down, and what is their total, amount of votes they have, which is equivalent to the total number of Savannah tokens they have. Then you can also voice your opinion. So it's like a public forum. So people share their opinions, why they voted a certain way, right? $20 Trunk, LFG, Trunk for now. We need Trunk. Trunk is needed most. So I like this because it's like voting, putting your money where your mouth's at. You have to actually be active and engaged in the community. And these are the people who are, essentially voting yes or no. Everyone can have a say. So this is a step kind of towards what Justin was bringing up as well, of how decisions are made not just from one person but potentially the whole herd. And so to wrap it up with a bow, so Bertha was used to sell some of her tokens to then use that for liquidity for the Trunk WBNB pool. I believe I forgot the other one off there, but there was 2 proposals. So that was one-time thing for now. There is no immediate need for other Bertha liquidity injections from her, but that was a vote that was passed. I do want to bring up, if you have followed Bertha at all for any amount of time, she actually gained quite substantially. I think it was 2 or 3 trillion tokens just in a day or two, especially when these large future deposits were coming in. So I also, kind of BT alluded to this, right? Trunk and futures are the play, but Elephant Token is not going anywhere. It's still here and it still has a very vital role for what it serves in the protocol, and I foresee brighter days for it. But what I was mentioning with it is, right, it's also a great time to accumulate before Bertha does, because with every future deposit, she's buying up Elephant, she's locking and holding on to it. And, besides, like I mentioned, these 2 voting proposals, she has that same, buy and hold mentality that she's been famous for and has made this protocol. And another thing last part I'll mention is just Bertha at large really is the whole protocol. It's all liquidity. It is the Trunk WBNB pool. It is the Trunk USDC pool. Bertha is the treasury that holds Elephant Token. It is she is the BNB reserve. She is the rainy day fund. All of those things are Bertha at large. And so it's a matter of strategic liquidity building where products are more popular at the time, which I think is why Elephant was used temporarily to help with boosting up Trunk's ability to have larger liquidity. So that's a long-winded answer. I hope it was helpful, Amelia.
Yeah, I think it was. While you're speaking, she actually had some follow-up questions too. I could probably take these, but they say, I know BT sold some for the Treasury to help the Trunk turbine and to set up a Savannah futures wallet, but the Treasury was still above 180 trillion tokens. Over the last week, the Treasury dipped below 180 trillion, and that's the most recent thing. So, Amelia, to follow up on that. And then they also said, I was curious to know if there was something else the Treasury funded. Yep. So when I go over to the Savannah House, right there, these 2 votes right here at the bottom, right? The supplying the additional 500K in lock liquidity to Bertha. This mainly was because on futures, we had an overseas hedge fund come through, and they had, I think at this point, man, they put like nearly $2.5 million, if not more than, into futures alone.
Right here. I didn't know about this. Wow.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. And they're not stopping, bro. But anyway, this number on the right that's zeroed out at the moment, this had climbed up to something ridiculous, like $100 and whatever $1,000 worth of BNB that needed to buy Trunk. But the way BT had coded it was maximum slippage of 10%. So if someone came in and hit the sweep button and all of that 6-figure dollar amount was going to buy Trunk, it was more than a 10% slippage, which is direct, related to liquidity. So in order to get that transaction through, he had to deepen the liquidity with that first vote, Amelia, this 500K. That's what went into Trunk BNB pool, and that's what allowed that to go through. Then he's now coded it since then, just so everyone knows that when you hit the sweep button for Trunk now, it doesn't buy the whole lot in one shebang. So it's not like, hey, I'm going to go buy some quick Trunk token and then I'm going to come hit the sweep button and it's going to pump my bag. No.
That's what I do. What? It doesn't work?
Whoa. Hey, that's what you do. Look at you.
Taking my strategy, giving it out, man.
Right. But now it buys it in little 3K chunks. So if you've got 100K sitting in here, it'll buy $3,000 at a time per sweep. So that eliminates the slippage issues. And then lastly, your question, Amelia, to catch you up, is this supply additional lock liquidity to the Solana ecosystem. This vote right here was the big one that took us below 180 trillion on the Treasury. And this is where a majority of the people voted to add $2 million in lock liquidity over onto the Solana side Trunk, right? We already know that it's deep. The liquidity is deep over here on the BSC side. If I were just to pull up the pools real fast, you'll see that the top two are BUSD pair with 9.7 million in liquidity, followed by BNB with 2.1 million in liquidity. But when you look at the third and fourth place, right, these are the trunk pairs on Solana. This one only has 132,000 in liquidity, while this one only has 920,000. So in order to help out with all the trunk people that are going to be coming on Solana side and not to get hit with too much slippage, this is what that vote was. So this is what dropped Bertha below that 180 trillion mark. So hopefully, Amelia, we answered your question there. That was a mouthful. Real quick, we've got Leroy saying, I'm so grateful for coming across M. I remember listening to SK Crypto Case AMAs over and over because I thought it was too good to be true. So glad I joined the herd.
Let's go, Leroy.
Yeah, no, that's what's up, guys. That's what's up. I was on an AMA binge last year, man. That was when I was able to get off my day
let's
job
start it
for
back
like
up.
3 months.
I'm funding it. I got 100 trunk to start it funded back up. Who's with me? Leroy, you with me,
let's
boss?
go. No, I mean I take them when I can, but with the
Let's
day job,
get
it's so
SK
hard.
and Ansem on an AMA.
Oh, that'd be dope. That'd
There you
be
go.
super dope. Yeah. And Amelia says, oh, right. Gotcha. Thanks for explaining that further. Cool. So we were able to help out a herd member there, Zach. High
Let's
five,
go.
man. Virtually. Boom.
So
Let's
talk some hype numbers right here. Those are some pretty numbers right there. What's going on with futures right now with the base yield, the BNB reserve?
Oh, man. Yeah. No, good.
Rainy day fund, healthy.
Good point, man. I mean, hell, this base yield alone, like the max APR you can even get in futures is 182%. And this is damn near that. Like it's insane. It really is insane. And the BNB reserve, its relationship to the liabilities is what gives this base yield. But man, dude, even the rainy day fund, wait, let me zoom in a different way. $263,000. And you could take up to 10% of that, bro. What is that? 26,000?
Yeah. If you ever have some sort of emergency, man, this thing really is better than any checking account. I've had my checking account get mad at me for taking out $800 before. Here I can take out 26,000, right? I don't have to ask anybody. It's just insane right now. And like you were mentioning with the base yield, right? There are so many people who always this is a video I'm actually working on. I really want to tackle the question of people say, is this sustainable? How does liquidity work? How does it, all those sort of questions. And right now, what I was going to mention, look how healthy and how we're about to have over 100, the base yield continues to go up as BNB reserve goes up. There is no ceiling. All right, people. So that means, right, when we hit 182, it's going to go up to 190, 195, 200, right? Futures gets so healthy that it just continues to, make it where it's even more accessible to people who can only maybe compound once every 2 months and such. So, people, might think $200 is a lot, and it is. But slowly over time, trust me, everyone who started their futures account, they all come back to me and say, wow, it's only been 3 months. I started with this. I put, 200 in each, blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling you, it really gets to a point where it's a save, right? I just took out 500 to buy some, I had an airplane ticket and some other expenses. And it's just a no brainer to use this. You can use a debit card from Coinbase or crypto.com. You can get Juno. You get an online account there. So there's all these new and easy ways where, like I said, it's crypto is becoming more and more mainstream and easy to use. Definitely, if you haven't experimented with some of these tools, that'd be my take home as well, is start, get your futures going, get your debit card from different crypto exchanges, check out Juno. There's a lot of really cool stuff. So yeah.
No, for sure. And what I really like about the base yield going up is, everyone who uses futures and is in the know, you want to leverage time on your side so that you are earning more before you have to pay into the system, right? And I'm waiting, man. I've got an itchy finger right now with 200 BNB that I just want to compound this in, but I kind of just want to wait for this available number to get to that 8,200.
What's your strategy? What? Yeah, give me the quick lowdown. What's SK strategy right here?
Right
He's
now?
building up. That's quite a nice little future bag right there, boss.
It is, yeah. Thanks, man. I've really just been really compounding heavy, since the existence of futures. But then when this got to about 80,000, that's when I introduced more of like a 7-day compound, 2 or 3 day claim. That way I can position, in other things for the bull run. So I've been doing that. Otherwise, I would have hit my 100K target much sooner. But man, now at this point, I'm really comfortable with my holdings with, Savannah, Trunk, things outside of Elephant Money too, that I want this number right here. I want that number to hit 8,000 or 8,800. So then when I compound it, it's going to hit that 100K. That's what I want to do right now.
Let's go. And this is no joke, man. Right now, 90K, I was just even at 80K, that's $400 a day worth of USD. And right now with the base yield, almost at 30, what is that? 30 days, almost 3.5 weeks, almost right now. This thing, guys, can't be beat. Doesn't matter what you're building and growing your account for. It's so flexible, right? No penalties, no fees. And it's just something that, like you're saying, if you just nourish it and grow it over time, you get to accounts like this, man, just printing. That's incredible, brother. I'm so happy for you.
No, thanks, man. Ever since day one, I put into it, and I think my last transaction was 10 days ago. But yeah,
this is life-changing financial forever, guys, because people have little windfalls here and there. They get 20K, then something happens, they do well one year, yada yada. But we all know it's very difficult to keep and grow and build the cash flow. Futures is that tool to help you store your wealth, but also have ample access to it while choosing to grow it or use it, or the rainy day fund. I mean, it's incredible.
No, it really is. And then Aaron chimed in.
But you could be earning on that $4,900 right now. Right now, SK. What are you waiting for?
Aaron said, "Take me on vacation right now."
Yes, it's a good point. It's a good point. But I just don't want to kneecap myself, and that's kind of the beautiful thing about why the runway of futures is so long. Like, I know you're going to talk about it in your sustainability video, but man, if everyone were to come in here and hey, I could use that 4,900 right now. If everyone did that, you're dropping your total value, so you're going to be earning less the very next day or the next time. Like, you're growing at a slower rate. So yeah, I mean, I could think of several things I would love to put this in, like buying Trunk, but I really want that 100K bag. I've been waiting for it for over a year. I want that thing. I'm going to get it on my next compound. I promise you.
I love it, man. And you just described just another perfect kind of journey that a lot of people have, which they set these goals. And like you're saying now, like, once you claim and you realize, hey, I was making X amount of dollars per day, now I'm only making Y, right? You then want to save even harder to the next goal. And it's like a very positive reinforcing kind of system as well. And like you're saying, you're right. If you just claim, you're going to stay at a certain level. But if you just take that patient route, do that. I don't know if you ever heard of the marshmallow test, where they give you a marshmallow. They say, hey, I'll be back in 15 minutes. Don't eat it. I'll give you 2 marshmallows. Right. And then some people can't resist. They just have to eat it right away. The other people wait. They get those 2 marshmallows. And that's what, really futures does. It really help it. I think the beauty of futures really is, it helps the average man who just wants to save money, doesn't want to like stare at charts, doesn't want to gamble and try to trade. It helps that average man, which I consider myself, have an ability to save and actually build real interest off of it. It's something that inflation has just destroyed savers, right? If you've been a saver your whole life, you've just been, unfortunately, there's no else way to put it. You've been screwed. You've been duped. And right now we have an actual service that actually can help make saving cool again, and makes it fun. Like you said, hey, you don't want to touch it. You want to grow. And I think it's such an amazing.
Yeah. And you know what? I was corrected live. Aaron came back and said, I meant if you compound it. Amelia with the backup. I think she means that if you compounded the available, you'd be earning interest on a higher balance and get there sooner. Yes, that is a perfect dilemma. And yes, I very well could, and I just might do that just because y'all recommended it. Yeah,
Very true, and it brings that
you know?
factor into it, right? Let's
Matter
see.
of fact,
It
let me
makes,
see.
like you're saying, you're more active
Yep.
with the account. You're keeping your personal bonus at the high. It's just all around just so feel good. And you have that. That's what most people with financial security. That's what people want, right? It's that financial peace of mind, knowing you have capital available in case of whatever you want to do or emergency, etc. And most people don't want to be Jeff Bezos, oh, whatever, $1 billion and all the stress and whatever that goes with all of that. Most people just want financial security, and I think this is once again such a incredible tool to be available in 2024. Something that
It really is. If you treat it right and use it correctly, and you're compounding more than you claim, it is just by far the best cash, vehicle that's out there. I agree
yeah,
with
bar
you.
none, dude. There's no other
Yeah.
competition in DeFi. Like, I don't know how people can even, where else are y'all putting your, jumping into these meme rug pools? Like, come on, this is literally life changing
This is life
over a short
changing.
period of time, not that
Yeah,
long.
it is. And I got all hyped up. I actually plugged in my ledger. I was about to compound live on stream, and that's why Amelia is like, "You go, SK," and Aaron's like, "Yes." And then I realized I literally only have $200 in BNB, so I don't have enough gas to do the compound. So I'm gonna do it
I'll send
later.
you some right now, boss.
No, don't worry about it.
All right. After the stream, we got it. Don't
After
worry,
this
ladies.
stream,
We got it.
yeah,
We're gonna
I'll
get
take
this.
care of it. But on this topic of futures, before we move on to Trunk, man, we've got to talk about these turbines. Like, this is so multifaceted, bro. Like, look, guys, look, and girls, okay, check this out. I'm gonna go back to the homepage because I think this was a really clean update that he did. It's just right there the moment you sign on to Elephant.money. But just the sheer amount, bro, the sheer amount of Trunk that is in this holding, and Bitcoin. Like, dude,
Wow.
8.7 Bitcoin alone is in this turbine. We've got 1.8 million dollars worth of Trunk in this turbine. I mean, talk about being the tip of the spear and like having outside appreciating assets apart from the Elephant token that will be used to buy the Elephant token. And it's just crazy to think about, folks. So if you don't know about the turbines, they collect these appreciating assets, Bitcoin and Trunk. And even though we just looked at this really healthy yield tab, okay, the BNB reserve, the base yield, we still got hedge funds that are buying in by the droves. You then have these two categories on the bottom: available Trunk, available Bitcoin. And when these appreciate in value, I don't think people are going to appreciate or understand the power of these turbines until they are much larger and until the prices appreciate. But when they do, it will make sense. When you're looking at gargantuan dollar amounts in this available Trunk and Bitcoin areas, that will be doing gargantuan buys of the Elephant token specifically to Bertha, right? And I'm going to wrap it up before I get your thoughts on this, but I've got this little Bertha money multiplier that my boy Bailey's Bets provided me a long ass time ago, but I just updated the numbers, okay? And just remember this, like, one of these days, whenever that turbine is cranking out, I don't know, $50,000 in a week's time or a month's time, you have to remember, based on everything that's pulled up and the whale effect that Bertha herself has, that is a money multiplier still of 3.5%. Like 3.5. Like, she literally turns $50,000 into $176,000, right?
That goes that every day with futures, with all the futures deposits.
Yes. And yeah, this is in addition to that. Like, it's crazy to think about the power of these turbines. Like, man, I don't know when BT got the idea for the turbines, but talk about a genius move, bro. Like, okay, I'm done hyping up. Like, what are your thoughts, bro?
No, I love it, man. And it's so true. It's right there front and center to show, look at this DeFi protocol that collectively is, acquiring both the Trunk, the meme token, which once again, we know what happens with supply shock whenever supply gets low, when something like this, robot transformer whale that just doesn't stop buying at whatever price, right? As long as this continues to buy and continue to hold with diamond hands, which the majority of the supply that it purchases, it does diamond hand, right? We'll see that once again, maybe it's only buying $5 right now, but then 50, then $500, and it's just Trunk's prices will continue to go astronomical. That's the biggest part with crypto, right? Is the holding part of it, right? Bitcoin got to where it is today is because of the holders. It wasn't the people who bought it at 10 and sold it at 50, or bought it at 50 and sold it at 12, right? And cursed it off and walked away. Humans in general just have a very difficult time holding something. They have to, especially when you can buy it, you can sell it, or you can hold it. And most people want to just buy or sell. They want the action.
Yeah.
But like this, like futures, like Trunk, never has once been offered before. There's never been a contract that is just constantly supply shocking a token. And here we have that elephant money with, multi, $100,000 buys each day are affecting part of those buys are going into these baskets. So it really is like an incredible way to store and capture wealth, over time, just as time goes by the day, just all the economic activity, all of it is just feedbacking off of each other and continuing to have very
Yeah.
positive effects. So
No,
love
it
it,
is.
man.
It's a flywheel effect, man. And we've got Darko Bert. Thank you for the comment here. For they say they were responding to someone else saying like the elephant money is the healthiest it's been, and they just say healthiest ever been. LOL. It's been tanking nonstop, and they're talking specifically about the elephant token. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Because you have to remember, even when it comes to the elephant token, and if I can find the page real quick, we will see that it's still healthy with deep liquidity. What is it? Still over probably $70 million, I'm going to guess, if this loads up. Okay, yeah, $70 million. We are still the number 2 holder of BNB on chain. Like, this is a sticky token. This isn't just going to dry up overnight. So yeah, sure, the elephant token, if you look at the chart since October of last year, it looks like it's dying. But believe me when I say that the protocol is far from being in ICU, like on its deathbed, right? Like this is crazy. This is just elephant token right now taking a back seat because clearly the market has shifted and people love these fee-less tokens at the moment. Meme culture, okay? And that's part of the chess move for putting Trunk over on the Solana chain. So what's not tanking on a daily basis is Trunk. Okay, overall, like this went from 4 cents, or actually 3.5 cents, and at this point, how many X's is it at 50 cents? But this is astronomical. This is huge.
Like 17x or something by now, just in these few short months. Yeah.
No, it's wild, man. It's absolutely insane, and a lot of these buys are purchased from people from the turbines, right? That's happening whenever you interact with futures, but then people are actually just buying Trunk straight up because they see the supply shock that can happen, as Zach said, if people are holding for one. So when this does blow past $1, right, that's the psychological barrier. But when we blow past $1 and then that Trunk turbine is cranking in elephant token buys, that is the last point I want to make about the turbines. Who cares if people are selling on the elephant chart right now? I mean, it's great. It's a long-term hold. People shouldn't be short-sighted. But the goal of the turbines is to say, hey, herd, you can't hold your bag. I'm going to go ahead and buy it for Bertha because we know that she can hold her bag when she's allowed to just run the way that she is. So that's what's bullish about these turbines, man. They are going to be buying up instead of the herd, and it will send elephant token into its third supply shock, which may not be until 2025. I don't even know, 2026. But in the meantime, we're all going to be earning off of Trunk and futures. But this everything's cyclical. That elephant money. Trunk was $1, then it tanked. Here we are, almost 3 years later. It's going back up, right? Like, it's cyclical. You can't look at everything in like a 3-month time frame. This is 3+ years in the making.
You gotta heed this man's wisdom, right? He's saying this is how we have the clips of SK calling it 4 cents. 4 cents, guys. Accumulate, buy, build your bag.
Yeah,
the same thoughts is the same reasoning that he's making now.
Yeah,
I wanted to jump in as well to address Draco or Darko's point.
Yeah, Darko Bert. Shout out.
And MA, right? Each token in crypto is built different, especially at Elephant Money. These tokens are built real different in a good way, right? So Elephant as we know, right, you're being the banker, you are the protocol. So during the good times and during the bad times, it reflects on your holdings. You're getting to be in this decentralized finance protocol. You're getting to be part of the liquidity that the bank, you're part of the larger whole of the ecosystem. So, right, during the good times, it's great, it's awesome. But then when times are cyclical, as SK mentioned, right, you got to hold and weather the bad times, the hardest times. And it is, right, difficult. Maybe you're not as exposed to Trunk. Maybe you're heavier into Elephant or the NFTs right now. And it's hard to sit and wait. But that is the key to the success and the key to the and catching the next wave, right? I was going to bring up right now, we know with the Elephant tokenomics, right? The Graveyard's number one holder with roughly 50%, 50% plus, right? We have Bertha at number 2, right? She has about 17% of the supply right now. Then we have the 2 liquidity pools at 14% and 7%, roughly 210 trillion on the market, I believe. Yeah, roughly that 210, and Bertha's at 177. So we have to remember what the big kind of fascinating part of Elephant Money and Bertha, when she's purchasing the Elephant tokens and she's getting a constant inflow from futures, right? That just constantly eats into that remaining 210 tokens on the market, trillion tokens. And it doesn't cost much. What is 1 trillion right now tokens? Roughly, is it $165,000, $175,000? So we know as Bertha continues to buy up the supply through futures deposits, right, that the supply shock and the price appreciation of Elephant, much like the engineering of Trunk, right, these are engineered over time with volume and participation to continue to rise up. So yeah, it's right now too, if you look on chain, I think, Elephant Money might be the largest WBNB holder, number 1 or number 2.
It's number 2. I checked before the stream. Number 2.
Yeah, so it's incredible. That's why BT has tapped into the liquidity, right? We have very deep liquidity, and including Bertha. And I think of liquidity, that term is such a buzzword thrown around, but right, it is the mana, it is the health, it is what can be used, right, for both sides of the trade. So that is the key, and that's the health bar, and that's why we were able to weather the storm. Whereas a lot of smaller projects that are more like small startup projects, they're incredibly volatile. They don't have any liquidity. They don't have any protocol owned liquidity. And it's like, it's like I said, it's a buzzword, but it is the health. It is the mana. It is what allows for buyers and sellers for this decentralized finance cooperative to operate. And the deeper we have, the better. And so, yeah, Elephant's not going anywhere. It's actually, I think, like I said, a great time to accumulate while it's at its lows. But Trunk and futures are the focus for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%, my friend, 100%. And shout out to Gregory Mills. They say SK pumped like Trunk. Yeah.
Hey.
Nathaniel Richard says, thanks, guys, for all that you do. You guys are invaluable to the community. Wow, thanks, man. That's awesome, Nathaniel. Aaron says, the cells Elephant has had since October would have killed any other protocol. That is a fact. Let's just keep it a buck. Hell, even the exploit that happened over 2 years ago would have done that to any other protocol. Like the narrative, man, this is going to be the best, greatest Netflix documentary ever. Like the trials and tribulations this thing has gone through, bro. It's going to be amazing when it's sitting on top, and everyone who was hating, we're going to be looking at y'all 3 years from now and be like, hey, where y'all at? Where y'all at, haters? Like, hey, you had a big mouth back then. Where you at now?
It's incredible. Like I said, can people not look around and just see the wasteland that is failed project, rug pull, exploit, one after another, and just recognize a winner when they see one? Which, in my eyes, like I said, I've had money here, there, and everywhere. And, I just call it a spade a spade. I can't see anything better or beating even in the same competition as Elephant Money right now. Yeah. And, I think the proof's in the pudding. Are you printing money? Are you making money? Are you is it healthy? Is there adoption? Is there positive community? And if the answer is yes to all those questions, it's like I would be more want to be more engaged with the community. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I see it the same exact way, man. And I think the Lindy effect, y'all haven't heard that term in a while, but I was pumping it on those AMAs because BT said it. But the longer that this protocol thrives and survives is equivalent to how much longer it's going to keep doing that, right? It's survival of the fittest in this DeFi streets, and Elephant token is on top of that. And when smart money actually picks up on that and like, oh my gosh, this treasury idea and Birth as the central linchpin to blah 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 blah. Oh my gosh, they're gonna ape shit into this token or the protocol, anything, NFTs, futures, it doesn't matter. But yeah,
we got to get you on some more calls with some hedge funds, SK. Let's do it. Me and you.
I need to. Well, yeah. And I plan to throughout this year to talk to a lot of groups. I try to help people in DMs as best as I can. But yeah, man, it'd be great. Here's a quick question from someone named Test. It would be great if the Trunk Turbine can mint Trumpet as well. The APRs in Trumpet will be insane. Now, yeah, that would be cool. But I think on its own, man, those Trumpet APRs are already outstanding just with the Bertha burn, you know.
Yeah, it's fascinating because you can be earning, you know, whether you're on Solana side, when you're the Meteora pools with USDC and Trunk, you can be earning some pretty high APR, whether you're in the Trumpet contract on BNB side. But yeah, it is an interesting idea, but I think what's more important than even just the yield you get is the price appreciation, which is, I think, majority of people in meme coin space, they want to see the numbers and look at what Trunk has done at over a 10x. That's incredible, and it's sustaining right now. If you see many 10x tokens, right, it happens over a day or two, or not even 4 hours, and then it immediately crashes. There's no liquidity, and there's no protocol owned liquidity. And so after a very short, you know, pump, it typically will dump down. Yes. So, right, I'm just saying Trunk is doing fantastic and has
deep
real
liquidity.
Real weight behind it. It's not just a flash in the pan.
Exactly. That's what I love about it too. And Amelia says, I have no intention of letting go of any Trunk Trumpet until Trunk goes past $5. Hey, if Digida was in here, have y'all seen the meme that he's been dropping in the chat? Like, join that $20 club for Trunk.
$20 Trunk.
Can you imagine? Yeah,
possible. Which, you know, I mentioned it at the beginning of the call, but, you know, community building is so important. And, you know, SK, you get the gold medal because, like you mentioned, I know you spend countless hours in the DMs and Telegram helping people, answering questions, doing technical support. Like, so, man, like, really, I appreciate you, everything you do to help out the community. I can't say that word enough.
Thanks, man.
But you know, because, man, it's not many people, you know, put their time on the line and to really, you know, make seats when they see something and they want to, you know, actually help people out. Like, not many people take that time and initiative. So big respect, bro.
Appreciate that, man. And shout out to you as well, man. You bring a fun and different energy with the yellow suit and all the things that you're doing for the community, man. Like, it's so awesome.
You know, I'm wearing it right now, bro. You can't see me, but I'm wearing it. No, I'm just kidding. Not wearing it.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's my bedtime gear.
I feel you. We got Darko Burt. It says, looks like BT has given up on the Elephant token. He's not even mentioning it anymore. No, my thoughts on that are that, again, it's just taking a back seat. Like, think about when Trunk was not mentioned for the longest of years. You know, it was not given up on. Trunk was always just simmering in the background. And then look at it now. Okay. I think that Elephant's going to follow that same cycle. It's not dead, it's not gone. No one's given up on Elephant. I think it's still my favorite thing in the protocol, but you got to go where the iron's hot right now, and that is clearly with Trunk and futures. That is the sentiment of the bull run right now. Okay, people don't like fee collection tokens. It's not sexy, but you know what is? Trunk. So yeah, but good comments on that.
Just to back that, like the famous Wayne Gretzky, I can't say his name, quote, if you've never heard of it, but he says, right, skate to where the puck is going, not where it has been. Right, you can only go where the momentum is, which is the meme market right now. Right, Elephant unfortunately just doesn't have the momentum like the meme coin market does, and what Trunk has going for it. There will be a time, and it's not abandoned, and it will have its day in the sunshine. But things have to mature, and you have to once again go with the wave and go with the momentum in order to remain competitive and successful in the market. So it is a difficult to hold, but that's, you know, hold and you'll be rich. That's the only way. Think of all the people who have let things go. I can speak from my experience too. Bank Teller talks on his call and his experience, buying Bitcoin or mining Bitcoin and then selling it. Right. I've gone through the same thing, and that's kind of why I become so vocal as well, is, learn from my mistakes and, learn, don't be my shoes. So, because right now I could be sitting on a bigger bag than I have of multiple different crypto projects. I'm very blessed. But at the same time, you learn from the lessons of others, so you don't repeat their mistakes, and good things will happen. So
Yeah. That's absolutely right. You got to hold, you got to think back when even Bitcoin was $8 and people were freaking out. They're like, "Oh my gosh, it's $8! Is it going to go up or down?" Da, 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 da. And then it may have gone down for a while, and then people sold. They moved into other things. And then, how do you think they feel about Bitcoin now because they didn't buy back in, or whatever the case may be? You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
it's like a respect for it, and a little bit of regret, but then you hopefully, like I said, learn from it and keep fighting in the market. I don't think anyone ever gives up. You gotta keep going at it, because I can honestly speak from my experience. I've had over 22 Bitcoin at one point. I've had over multiple hundreds of Ethereum. I don't have that many Ethereum or Bitcoin now, but I can tell from experience, if I just simply held instead of trying to chase or grow or do different things that were more, whatever, higher risk and not low reward, right? Versus just understanding where I'm invested in, right? That's what they always talk about. Invest in what invest in what, has potential, but once again, is what and
Yeah.
hold, man. And just within short time, you can see really incredible things happen. I've had a lot of successes, buying and holding Tesla was another huge win for me. And once again, that was when people said Tesla's overvalued, etc. And you buy and you hold for an extended period of time. And with the whole crypto market potentially having its next cycle, I just can't think of a better kind of opportunity right now with something that has real weight behind it, not just a flash in the pan meme coin.
No, I feel you. You guys need to be listening to what this man has said. He has gone through the gamut. He's been through everything with buys, buying low, selling high, and even losing stuff. He sold too soon. So, heed this man's words. And on that note, we've even got Joseph Daniels. Shout out to you. Make sure everyone in here, if you're watching, hit that like button on Zach's stream and mine. But Joseph said, I had $4 Ethereum.
Wow.
I'm not doing that again with Elephant Money.
He knows it. That's right. You just hold, and what the ecosystem, right? Probably when you bought Ethereum, you were, understanding, hey, this is like the next layer of crypto's evolution with different smart contracts, etc. And now when we see something like Elephant Money truly being a juggernaut in this DeFi space, truly paying out incredible yield, life-changing amounts of money every day, and doing so just better than anyone in the industry, it's something that, like I said, you don't want to let go of it. You want to actually hold on to it more. And we're very early. I always kind of mentioned too, we're a lot of finance nerds. If you're here right now, you hear my voice, not gonna lie, man, you're or young man or young woman, you like finance a lot, because most people don't take the time and effort to really jump down the rabbit hole of crypto. And if you're here, you're many layers deep, and I commend you on that, because that means you had a natural curiosity of what's going on, what is this, how does this work? And like I said, you found a diamond, whereas I can't say the same for most people who go on their journey. So definitely recognize what a diamond looks like before you venture off into new territory.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna rapid fire some of these other comments off from Anthony Black. He did a 3-string right there. But back when Aaron had mentioned that comment about the cells Elephant had since October would have killed any other protocol, recall that? Anthony comes in and says, I'm going to one-up Aaron. That baby-sized dent in the Elephant Money ecosystem would have killed Thanos.
Wow.
And we are designed for these to happen, which keeps the ecosystem healthy. I am confident we will hit $5 by mid-July, if not sooner. I assume on Trunk. Asian hedge funds are pouring in and putting fat on the plate. Never seen an ecosystem like this. And then Anthony Black rounds it out with, BT is a mad scientist, and it's effing scary. That's awesome.
Said it great, man. We get Aaron on the show. That's right. We need to get, hey, SK, do you speak any Chinese or any other a second language?
No, I'm totally Americanized, man. Even though I am half South Korean, I actually grew up in America. I'm such a little white boy, but I don't speak any other languages.
Nice, nice. I took Spanish in high school, but they did offer Chinese. Now I'm kicking myself. I could be we could be doing half videos in English, half in Chinese. That we definitely get tap
No,
into a new
no,
market. Shout
no,
out
for
to
sure.
I
Go ahead.
love seeing, I've seen many times on the Elephant Money Telegram where different people, of all around the world, even like I said, I saw one, I'm not sure it was Asian characters, but right, he was talking about his futures journey and like how he's already, had a great 150 first days and stuff. And it's just so cool to see how this really is like we're living in the future of financial technology. I had
Mm,
the same kind of feeling back actually did have an FTX US account and I had their debit card and I was actually in Mexico. This is probably about 2 years ago now. And I remember I had like USDC on the in my FTX account, but I went up to like a little like taco stand to get like a breakfast burrito and they had like they could take
yeah.
card and it was just a surreal feeling. I'm like, wow, like I'm literally like out here like in just spending in a different currency but using my crypto debit card where I've earned crypto through DeFi protocols. Like I was like, this is like the future. Like this is pretty awesome. I was like eating my like breakfast burrito, like riding my bike back. I was like, this is awesome. And so anyway, I'm just saying it's like we're really privileged to have access to and know about even a lot of these things offered because they're highly competitive compared to whatever else is on the plate.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely on that, man. It's just wild. Let me jump to because the Anthony Black had also made a comment about $5 by mid-July. That to me is a wild.
Maybe
That,
he's
that,
got 3,000 people he's got to introduce to the herd. Let's go, Anthony. We gotta get
yeah,
you on.
maybe. Oh man, dude, $5 by mid-July. That's only like a month and a half from now. I don't see that. That might be a little too optimistic. But yo, anything can happen, bro. Like these hedge funds right now are going wild. And I was gonna bring up a quick little image that I forget who put together. It may have been Bailey's Bets, but this is the price appreciation chart. Like if how many pulled trunk is in on the BSC side, and I think right now we are exactly in this 9.5 million range, and we are at the 50 cent mark. And I mean, dude, this is just crazy. But as we soak up, and get smaller in the circulating supply out there, we do supply shock. Like only what 3 more million, if that, and then we're at $1 and then it just can go all the way down to $4. And I mean, it really just blows my mind. And it kind of, I bring this up to segue into, I want to get your thoughts on Justin Kelly. They say, are there any other benefits of being in Trumpet besides the extra trunk tokens that you get? And my quick take on that, Justin, would be that yes, you see this chart on screen right now. You are directly supporting this circulating supply figure. When your trunk is not in the wild and it is locked up right there inside of Trumpet, and you're in Trumpet for the long term just because it's 5% in and out fee collected, man, you just put it in there and you forget about it. You let that trunk price ratio, 5 or 10x, and you pull out 5 or 10x the amount of trunk you ever put in, and trunk at that time might be damn near $5, $20, whichever. But yeah, by holding, that's the key thing. Holding, we really do hit our own supply shock because Bertha's buying it and burning it. The turbines are buying it and storing it. And then you've got Trumpet, which is also keeping these off the market as well. Any thoughts on that, Zach?
Yeah, man. I like to think about how early anyone who's involved right now. I mean, we're not running a Twitter space right now with 5,000 listeners. Really understand how early you are when it comes to like adoption in the project, where you really are very privileged to buy trunk at these prices, privileged to get futures in started, or even pick up some elephant. And all of these numbers are still just the beginning. This takes very little buy pressure, and when it comes to thousands of buyers spread against that, and that's where the each one teach one is so important. And it's not, once again, I always, when I introduce people to crypto, it's always getting your toe wet. Put $100 in, see what happens, or put $1,000, whatever their thing is, financial circumstance is. I have a good buddy of mine. He just gave me a testimonial. he just became a pediatric doctor. He just graduated med school, but he had like $1,000 that he was, he wanted to get involved with crypto. And I was like, Trunk is where you need to go right now. Right. He got 1,000, man, that thing's like at 3,500 right now. And he's like over the moon. And and now I'm like, yeah, okay, this is how you can do, trumpet. This is how, okay, what we can do here. And you just slowly teach them and slowly get their feet wet. Like I said, everyone starts somewhere, but it really comes down to learning about this technology. Think about the first time you saw someone use Zelle on your phone. Okay, can you Zelle me something, or Cash App or Venmo?
Yeah.
This wasn't that long ago, right? And you might have asked your friend, like, what's Cash App? What's that? Like, isn't that something that other people, like, I never heard of anyone using that. Now everyone uses it. Or it's like a very easy way to onboard someone, buy them $20 of Trunk, or help them buy $20, have their Coinbase set up. All these little steps will really help them get involved, and it helps to circle it all the way back around. These numbers are so tiny. If everyone in the herd bought $20, this would happen in a day. This is mechanical. We talk about, the GameStop. Wow, look at GameStop stock. It went up, it went up like 40%. They're like, that's incredible, right? Trunk's gone up like 800% in like 60 days. But right, but they go, whoa, they're forcing the short sellers to squeeze a short squeeze and blah blah, right? And it's so much easier with crypto. There's no not magnificent, maleficent, evil, corporation trying to short. And we do have haters, and shout out to the haters tuning in. But right, there's no thing that stops this from happening. There's no regulatory body that can come in and shut it down. There's no like I said, evil money trying to fight it against it. This is simply a mechanism, a mechanical, like riding a bike. The more you pedal, the more this is going to happen. And the more people who are pedaling their bikes together or rowing together, whichever expression you want to use. I mean, these are just super easy targets. Like it's awesome to see how strong and how far and how resilient it is right now. But man, when we get to 10,000, 100,000 users who just have to know the very basic understanding of how to use this protocol, it just makes numbers that you can't even put on these charts right now. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely, really good points, man. And Justin Kelly also followed up and said that they've been in since launch, so they were early. And hopefully, Justin Kelly, what I'd say is, if you did buy your Trunk at $1, that you lowered your cost basis. If at any point you entered the raffle when it was a thing, or if you bought Trunk when it was really cheap, you could have hopefully you lowered your overall cost basis. And if not, hey, just park it in Trumpet, man, and let that price ratio just 5x. And then if you put in 10,000 Trunk tokens, you're basically pulling out at a 5x 50,000 Trunk tokens. So shave off your profits and then hodl the rest of it, because this thing's going to go super parabolic with its own burn mechanisms and things. And then Zach had a good point. He had mentioned even regulations, and Anthony Black came in and said in the comments, BT stayed ahead of the regulation curve, and now with FIT21 regulations, he's locked in and totally compliant. He actually always has been. I'd say if you work it right, you should never worry about your funds. So yeah, really good point, Anthony Black. And then the last comment here, we're probably going to be live, guys, for like another 5 or 10 minutes, so just stick with us for just a tad longer. But I think 1986 celebration, that's Blackberry guy. I'm not. Yeah, it is. What's up, man? He says, thanks, Zach and SK, for hosting this. I just arrived from a meeting. Oh man, you missed out on a juicy hour and 12 minutes that we've been live. But man, thank you. Make sure you catch the replay. Go watch it on Zach's channel too. Show him some love. Hit that like button and comment on his video as well. But yeah, anything on that FIT21 stuff that you want to jump into before I switch to our final topic?
No, I'm good on that. It's just awesome to see additional regulation and public rules being sent out. So it's great that we now can continue to see Elephant Money, once again be compliant and just be ready to do any sort of adoption needed when it comes to whatever comes next in this whole SEC and CFTC battle of who gets crypto and who gets to say what's what. It's just really exciting. We're living through historic times, right? This kind of 13th sector of the economy is being birthed in front of us. So we're just watching it happen. And it doesn't happen overnight. It happens, through fire and brimstone. It seems like always something.
Yeah, no, I feel you. And then I had missed a previous comment. I'll answer this one real fast. But Justin Kelly had asked, is there's still a plan to go away from BUSD on futures. That's actually already happened. Futures is BNB in and out.
Ta-da!
Yeah, $200 in worth of BNB at current BNB prices. And when you cash out, you also get BNB on the way out. As far as, Elephant being paired with BUSD or Trunk being paired with BUSD, and those are deep liquidity protocols, I mean, I think it'll always continue to be redeemable for $1 on chain. It's just you can't take BUSD out into the real world. So if anything, I don't think that's an issue. And once we do go parabolic, regardless, on the Elephant token, he could spin up another pool at some point with USDC or Bitcoin, which I don't even think is on the cards, but it's possible. I wouldn't worry about the BUSD stuff. But yeah, okay.
What else you got cooking on our list tonight that you wanted to throw down?
No, the last thing I was gonna say, man, with all the hype and everything, and it just kind of wrapping up everything too, with the concerns about BT being the squishy target and everything. I want to talk about Bitcoin Nashville, because this is one of those things I think is really important that people don't realize, that BT is doxxed. We know who he is. We know what he looks like. We know he has 2 daughters. And this man is out there networking with people, and I'm talking not only just institutional, hedge funds and whatnot, but real millionaires and stuff like that. So when he's going to these events, I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of activity on Trunk, on the Savannah token, like all of these things, just from the network effect that he's going to have when he meets people. And when Zach Minter's out there talking each one teach one to people at Bitcoin Nashville, it's going to be really cool. And so I wanted to end it kind of on the Bitcoin Nashville thing. Let me know in the chat, guys, if any of you bought your tickets. Are you going to try to go? I will announce and share that I will be at Bitcoin Nashville. I will be there.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going too, baby. You better watch out. Let's go.
You gonna throw little guy into the suitcase, bring him with you?
Yeah, he's gonna be in my little backpack right there. No, I'm nothing. But no, I think it's gonna be a fun time. I think that this is a pivotal year for crypto, especially with the Bitcoin halvening. I think that this is the time, if any, to go to a convention. I think it's going to be really cool. I'll actually get to meet several herd members. I'll get to meet BT in person finally, even though we've had a rapport for 3 years. It's going to be really cool to meet a lot of people. So, and Zach, I understand you're going to be there too, man. Bro. You're going to be there too.
Heck yeah, my man. It's one of those awesome parts about you got online friends. You meet people with like interests and hobbies from all around the world, and now we're getting to convene at, like we said, this historic Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Tennessee. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. Yeah, to meet everyone in the herd. And yeah, man, I'm excited you're coming. That's going to be great. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be really cool. Not only just like the breaking bread together, but like just the camaraderie, just the meeting people. I mean, Justin Kelly mentioned that they might be there. Justin, I'd love to meet you, even though you troll me on my streams. There's a reason I haven't banned you from nothing. Like I encourage this kind of dialogue, and I'm pretty sure you and I have way more in common than we do that separates us. And bro, I'd love to meet you. It'd be cool to chill with everybody and handle even the tough questions in person. You know what I'm saying? Man. Like people like to be keyboard warriors, but they change up real quick when you stare at them eye to eye. You know what I mean?
They're not leaving their mama's basement. They're not coming. What are you talking
You never know. You never know. And I'm not picking on you, Justin, but it just goes to anyone. So it's going to be really cool to meet people and really network. And man, I'd love to, have some drinks with folks. It's going to be really cool. And yeah, I'm excited for anyone that's going to go there. Actually, Blackberry guy just said, I punched my ticket. It'll be a pleasure to meet you both and the little guy. Yeah.
No, I think BT is a really humble guy. He comes across, very proud of himself at times, but overall, I think what his actions have showed is that he really is in this for the betterment of humanity and really providing this financial tool and ecosystem as a whole to really empower people financially, no matter what your background is, no matter what your job is, no matter what your geographical location is, no matter what your creed or religion or what you have access to or what you don't have access to. This is democratizing financial wealth building across the globe, and that's something that it just blows my mind that we get to be a part of. It's an honor to be able to discuss and, share this growing experience that is Elephant Money. But yeah, man, it's been a great time tonight. I'm so excited to meet you at Nashville. It's going to be an awesome time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I just can't, I don't even know how many other people are going to be there, but it's going to be really cool. And then Amelia in the chat drops in and says,
You need a plush toy that says things in the little guy voice when you pull the cord.
Hey,
that'd be fun.
We can maybe make that happen. Get like a little setup, a little backpack. You got a little mic in your hand. You can pull it out whenever you need to.
Oh, yeah, maybe, man. I'd have
You know,
to find.
I was thinking I was nerding out. I was looking up. Have you seen those kind of like inflatable raptors, like a T-Rex? People get in them and dance in them, those type of things.
Yeah.
I saw on Amazon you can buy that, but like it's on one like a remote control car. So you like it's like two wheels. It's like one of those balance kind of things, but you drive around and it looks like the T-Rex is running at while you're driving it.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, yeah.
So I
yeah.
was thinking I could put an elephant on one of those things and have like my own little elephant follow my backpack, like at the conference. Like
that'd be awesome.
Do something cool. I don't know if they'll let me in through security, but it hasn't stopped me once before. But no, that's I don't know if you've seen at the mall those kind of little it's like a little like an elephant. You can ride it, like get on the back of it. That'd be pretty cool to ride around.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think you did that when you went to the baseball game or something like that.
And
on the beach. Oh yeah, dude. I watch all your shit, man. It's so funny.
Appreciate it, likewise, brother.
Yeah, thank you. And then Justin Kelly gave the laughing thumbs up. So yeah, that means he gonna be there. We gonna shake hands. Fruitabeka says easy to spot with the yellow suit too.
I know. Everyone loves the yellow suit. Is it cringe wearing it IRL? Do I have to wear normal people clothes? I gotta have my suit. I gotta have the yellow suit.
You got to have it, man. You're just like I'm known for the voices. You're known for that yellow suit, bro.
That's right. I gotta live up to people's expectations. I thought about getting a green one for trunk as well. So maybe I'll have those two suits. I'll have the green and the yellow one.
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah, that'd be dope. You gotta have a trunk suit. That's gonna be all the talk of the town there,
And then SK, you'll be in the group, but no one knows who you are. You're just you still talking and stuff, and we're like, oh, that's SK. Where's he at?
Dude, no. What would be better is if you've seen that movie Dumb and Dumber, the original,
probably 10 years ago. I think.
Yeah, with Jim Carrey, and there's this one dinner scene where like he's wearing a baby blue suit, the other one's wearing a bright orange suit. They walk in and they're just so out of place. Like,
there you go, man. Here, I'll let you borrow the green suit.
Yeah, maybe, man. Yes, sir. We're about the same size, so yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, no, I think that's it, man. Dude, this was really fun. I got to be honest with you, Zach. Just thank you for agreeing to do this little collab. I actually look forward to doing it more often with you in the coming months, and definitely meeting you in person. So, man, bro, just thank you again for your time. And I guess if you have any final words, we can end it after you, my friend.
All right, brother. Likewise, it's been a pleasure to be an honored guest on this fantastic evening. I really enjoyed it myself. Just trying to give alpha to the people. That's what we do, right? We're just trying to point the way in this, huge signal to noise, or huge noise fest of crypto. We're just trying to show what the signal's about. So appreciate everyone tuning in. You guys are the real one. SK, you're a real one. And I appreciate everything. Thank you, guys. Let's go.
Awesome. Appreciate that. So, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, please go follow or subscribe over to Zach Mentor's page. Hit that thumbs up button. And man, yeah, just again, if you enjoyed this replay, thank you for all those that tuned in live. Thank you for all those who are watching this after the fact. Thank you guys for being valuable herd members and everyone alike. So, yeah, guys, I guess we'll end it with that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And as always, until next time, folks, please stay safe out there, stay blessed, and make good choices with your crypto. Later.
See y'all at Nashville. Peace.
Yeah.